Assalamualaikum and hi to my lecturer Dr. Akmal. My name is Nurul Azlin. I am one of the presenter for this group. We are from MBA 1115K and we want to present about the impact of tertiary sector during Covid-19 while we are focusing on the hospitality sector. Now, I'm introducing to you all of my group members.
Hi, my name is Yusra.
My name is Nurul Mustaqimah binti Ismail.
My name is Normanzatul Atika binti Ismail.
My name is Nurul Sohana binti Saleh.
As everyone know, the tourism sector is the backbone for the country economic development. However, since the advent of COVID-19, the tourism sector, including hospitality, has been the most affected sector. So, there was some impact of the sector during the COVID-19 pandemic in our country.
Control of the impact on hotel industry in Malaysia. As well known, the world have been plagued by pandemic coronavirus 2019 and is still ongoing until today. To prevent pandemic coronavirus 2019 from spreading, Malaysia implement movement control order which is known as MCO. During MCO, everyone is mandatory to stay at home and all business are shut down, include hotel, restaurant, and etc. There also a restriction entry between state and between country. MCO give impact on tourism and hotel industry. All tourist attractions suddenly become quiet without any tourists or any activities. The customer who reserved the hotel room earlier had to be cancelled because in 2020, no one expect MCO to be happen. On March 2020, MCO have been implemented in Malaysia. On May 2020, Conditional Movement Control Order, or known as CMCO, have been implemented in every state in Malaysia. Recovery Movement Control Order, or known as RMCO, have been implemented on June 2020. But suddenly, CMCO have been implemented on November 2020 in several spaces. Hotel industry can operate on CMCO, but people still scared to go on vacation. During RMCO, people feel more relaxed to go on vacation, but the sudden CMCO give an impact to several hotel industry.
I will explain how sales decline. As we know that Malaysian tourists are originated from Singapore and China, but the increasing cases in both countries had led to cancellation of many visits, and automatically the number of tourists in Malaysia decreased. Next, this pandemic has caused 170,000 active room booking during period 11 January until 16 March 2020 had been cancelled. Why all the tourists cancel this booking? This is because the tourists are afraid and worried to travel, and some countries have stopped their citizens from traveling to the overseas. Restriction imposed on hotels to taking domestic guests is also the factor sales decline. Lastly, from operational perspective, 30% of hotels are being forced to close permanently or temporarily until conditions improve. This is because the low number of guests has severely disrupted cash flow, and hotels cannot afford to pay the rent, utilities, and other services to hotel continue operate. That's all from me. Thank you.
The next impact is hospitality companies are forced to lay off workers due to the spread of COVID-19. That means thousands or maybe tens of thousands of workers lost their source of income. The hotel industry in Kuala Lumpur was most affected with loss, worth RM24 million, followed by Sabah RM11 million and Selangor RM9 million. According to Malaysia Hotel Association source, a total of 2,041 hotel sector employees nationwide have been laid off. Abdul Halim, who is also the chairman of Giatmara, said hotel employees are advised to be given skill course to become an entrepreneur and be able to change profession.
Next next impact is worker become multitasking. During this COVID-19, many industries were affected, and one of them is tourism sector in hospitality. In previous video, Azin shared that many hotels had to lay off their worker to make sure the hotel can still operate. With these new changes, the remaining worker had to work harder and more effective to stay relevant at their current job. To be the one of the remaining worker, they need to have the ability to multitask for the other several tasks and make sure the company can operate normally. The worker take this as challenges and opportunity to fight and improve themselves for the job. Firstly, the worker take this as challenges to work for more than one scope of job. This is because before COVID-19, every worker have their own job, but now they have to do other job or tasks to fulfill the scope of job in hospitality company. And it also shows the improvement of themselves for the current job. For example, Encik Weasley, the one of the worker of travel stores Ramrahat, shared his story that before the COVID-19, he is the man that managing accommodation, room cleaning, and also the customer service. But now, during this COVID-19, he also the worker that have to find the solution and market the company to make sure the company can still operate. Secondly, every worker needs to know the standard of operating procedure (SOP) and adapt with the new environment. Like the guideline from the government, everyone must follow the SOP to prevent the COVID-19 from spreading among themselves. There are several steps that every worker needs to know and follow, which are always wearing mask and glove, check customer temperature, make sure the customer fill the information before enter, keep social distancing 1 meter with each other, and keep hygiene. To make sure the worker understand the SOP, the worker need to find the knowledge and prevent the virus of COVID-19 among themselves and their customer. Next, during MCO, the worker can take this as opportunity to learn new language to attract more customers from other countries in the future. This is because during this free time, the worker can gain knowledge by learning language from other countries, and they can show to the company that they can attracting other countries to come to their hotel after the end of the COVID-19. Inshallah. That's all for me. Thank you.
In my part, I will discuss about the hotel strategy implemented to sustain in industry. First of all, to recover salvaging the hotel industry, the primary strategy is digital solution to avoid from human contact with workers, because customers are now expecting new normal in this industry. Therefore, the service industry cannot survive if fear and lack of trust among customers to gain profit from them and continue for a long period of time. Secondly, some hotels converted into a temporary emergency hospital, and some provided their staff with restricted and ad hoc employment opportunity, such as cooking food for takeaway and deliveries, and some offered called holiday voucher to existing customer to encourage their return after the lockdown orders are lifted. Lastly, all hotels operators against pandemic COVID-19 need to stay alert and allocate resources for any future disruption. Furthermore, disaster should also stimulate hotels to invest in contingency planning. From that, they can predict how the future may unfold and assign specific roles and tasks within their organization. That's all from my part. Thank you.
Okay, for conclusion, the government can give a special package to the sector, which is from financial aspect to ease the burden in terms of expenses. Next, from aspect society, the worker who had been let off from hotel can try to find other job that all the experience they have to prevent them from being unemployed. To support this sector, some hotels are being used as quarantine center to Malaysia returning from abroad. Domestic tourists is hope for hotel industry recovery, and they must play an important role. According to Datuk Musa Yusof, to encourage domestic tourists, #travel later to travel in their own country after crisis is to boost the local economy. That's all from me and my friends. Thank you.